guard, 6'6", number 2, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Two Western teams have run the gauntlet. Only one can emerge victorious to claim a spot in the finals. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals begins in a moment. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. So, at least on paper, they are the favorites in these conference finals. But this could be a challenging matchup for them.
Yeah, on one hand, they worked hard to get home court advantage, but it feels like the pressure is on them to perform because of those expectations.
Wembanyama, no good. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. From outside, off the mark. Pass to Wembanyama. Takes the three. He's now one.
Deep. He is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
From deep, SGA. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
And he shows you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
Now, here's SGA. And the layup's good off the glass.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Here's Champagnie. Connects from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Holmgren outside. Back to SGA. The shot from the low post is good. SGA's got his second bucket of the night.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Outside, Dort. Here's SGA. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Looking for a little extra style points right there with the fadeaway.
Wembanyama against Williams. Back from outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And for all the talk, Tim, about Lu Dort's defense, how about his growth as a shooter?
Well, I think he understood to get more minutes, he had to be more consistent as a shooter. The defense has always been there, but the steady improvement has come with his three-point shooting, which makes him now an elite 3-and-D winner. Shoot two.
First one falls for him.
You watch Vassell. He's a prototype wing for this era. Has length, skill, and plays both ends of the floor.
So he gets them both. Tim, the Thunder with an MVP in SGA, an all-star in Jalen Williams. Man, this is one deep team.
Well, they may not have the top-tier star power of some other teams, but if they keep playing like this, they will become household names.
Strong take by SGA. 6'6" with point guard skills. What a nightmare matchup he is.
De'Aaron Fox, first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for one, Shai Gilgeous.
Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award. The Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Now Williams following De'Aaron Fox's three-point attempt. It's good.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
Well, the key is to take what the defense allows. That is smart basketball.
Here's Castle. Still yet to score. Up top court. Castle covering. Holmgren kicks to SGA. And the three ball is good.
And this is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
Looking to end the run. It's good for a second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Pass to Champagny. Wembanyama against Hartenstein. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the shot.
Number 40, Harrison Barnes.
And so Wembanyama will bring it up for San Antonio. It's a 5-point game. Steps back and fires.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
SGA into the lane. And the shot is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 16.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
And Wembanyama up top. He's defended by Hartenstein. Pocket 2 gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Count that one.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Spurs trail by 6. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
A bit ago, Mark Dacknault and I were able to chat. Well, no surprise, we started chatting about Victor Wembanyama, and I asked what the plan was there, and Coach said with a shrug, stay on him and hope for the best. What can you do? So still no magic answers for how to slow down a unique threat like Wemby on the floor. Back over to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Back to Fox. Wembanyama, a screen on SGA. Fox, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 6. SGA finds Williams. To Holmgren. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses the 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Champagny back to Castle. Stolen by Dort.
Let's go, man. Let's see what's going on.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And he had a good look. And Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
To the wing right side. Wembanyama down low. He's defended by Hartenstein.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Thunder with some changes. Jalen Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wallace comes in for Holmgren. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Dort. And San Antonio also making a switch. Harper's checked in. Pass to Wallace. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. On the clock. Stolen away. Here's Champagny. Puts it in off the nasty crossover. And now just a 3-point Oklahoma City lead. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
In a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They beat them the first game. They beat them bad the first game. The first simulation I ran, they beat them.
Well, that's true, and they've also been going right at the rim, which I love. Attack, attack, attack.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And with the depth of this Oklahoma City Thunder team, Tim, who's an impact player on this roster that might fly a little bit under the radar?
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's Aaron Wiggins. I look at a guy that in any other situation, you might be able to average 15 to 18 points a game, but in Oklahoma City, he has sacrificed shots and minutes to be part of a winning team, and he competes every night.
He does indeed. Here's Harper after Oklahoma City gets the three. Wembanyama, a screen. They get it back. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Wembanyama's got 9 points. Wiggins outside. 13 feet away. And Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist by Wiggins.
Money in the bank. Gilgeous-Alexander is more than happy to try his luck from that spot.
Here's Harper, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Well, that is the definition of an unforced error. Very unfortunate, and the coach is going to have something to say about that.
San Antonio making a switch here. The Thunder lead by 9. Here's SGA. Makes it off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 27 points.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan, a great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Now, here's Johnson. Nothing on the board.
And what Johnson Jackson's size, he makes up for with determination. Even the foul can't stop him completely.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And that one falls for Johnson.
And one thing you gotta love about Johnson, his energy. The man doesn't take his foot off the gas.
Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And both free throws good for Johnson. 1:14 left in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Harper. SGA passes to Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Wallace fakes to Williams. Ties it from 19. San Antonio with the rebound. To the paint. Kick out to Harper. Pass to Cornette. Here's Johnson. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
You can't allow Johnson to get that beat. Once he's there, he's going to be able to stay.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Outside Harper. And here's Johnson.
Rappers are reacting to being dissed on the Iceman album, resulting in new groups forming, but even secret disses are now being found days later, with the diss list being, whoa, Kendrick Lamar, A$AP Rocky, DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, J. Cole, and more. A viral tweet reacted. Drake also dissed Travis Scott on Make Them Pay off Iceman, rapping, I'm trying to catch one of you boys stargazing in the field like little leaguers, where stargazing was the trailer and intro to Astroworld. Travis Scott has been a big supporter and collaborator of the Houston Astros baseball team. Travis Scott was also urging Metro Boomin and Future to play like that, which kicked everything off in the beat. And Travis still not reacting yet. Khaled did in a big way. Because Drake rapped, Khaled, you know what I mean? The beat is really live. You went alone. Your people are still waiting for a free Palestine. But apparently everything is black and white, red and green. I'm seeing everyone's colors, mentioning that he's DJ Khaled's colors because he was another person who switched up on Drake during the Kendrick beef, where Drake looked at DJ Khaled like a real-life family member. The two have gone way back for several years, but DJ Khaled reacted, let God rise and all his enemies scatter. No man none better than Jah. And come in uno thousands and two they stand against you and hate me. Then you just can't go through them hard, none clean nor free. I remind them so much of who they're supposed to be. 1 a.m. a royalty, them still lost their identity, with more backstory behind their beef now being found days later. A tweet read, DJ Khaled really went on IG Live saying he planned on saving Drake's career with a collab from him and Lil Baby until Drake decided to diss him on the latest album, Iceman. He couldn't even say a few words to save his country, but he wanted to save Drake's career.
Stop the run. And it's Castle weighing it in. Castle's got his first basket of the night.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
DJ Khaled
Holmgren the pass to Wallace.
A little baby. I don't know.
Outside Williams.
Since this moment and DJ Khaled dropped the song, Drake has not worked with him ever again, which is why Drake's National Treasures track was also very important. The meaning behind the song is, National Treasures by Drake is a track where he reflects on loyalty, betrayal, and the tension that comes from people switching sides. Throughout the song, Drake addresses hate and fractured relationships while reinforcing
by Williams.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
This is the Khaled Hospital for those that think it's the demon. Being a doctor, being a nurse, it's not regular. Especially, you want to save lives. You want to stay alive. They didn't believe in us. Try me all the time. Wanted me to lie, wanted me to cry, wanted me to die. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. Another one. Yeah. Try me all the time. Wanted me to lie, wanted me to cry, wanted me to die. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. See you love is keeping on once. It's not like I know the whole months. It's like it around me, they take what I want. It's not like I know what I want. It's not like I know what I need. I get some time, but it's no guarantees. But I was supposed to be guaranteed. Well, if I just put on, you got to be.
And Oklahoma City making a change. Wiggins is checked in. Vassell, he's checked in for the Spurs. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane, space and pace type offenses?
There is no question. It's become something that's a priority for teams now. And I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
That's terrific. And it's Wallace with the jam.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
Castle with it, covered by Joe, and the basket by Castle.
Castle's so good up and down the lane.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. It's often said that playoff basketball is something different. Point guard Kyrie Irving said a lot of plays down the stretch are not set plays. They're just people wanting to get baskets and willing their teams to win. You've got to do the things that the defense probably isn't expecting. Back to you.
He's certainly built for it. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Here's Cornette. Yes, to Castle. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Castle's got 6.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
Holmgren with a screen on Harper. Fades back. Will not go. This is off the front ice. Castle with it. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 5.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Floats it up for Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Castle. He's got 6. Barnes outside. And here's Harper from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They've led by as many as 14 points. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command at the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
Now, Castle. After the missed 3 from Chet Holmgren. To Vassell.
So when I'm it's like two pockets in there.
The Thunder leading by 9. Joe passes to Mitchell. To Wallace.
My dad knows too much. When all them issues were doing, we came straight to my house. One night that nigga pulled me to the side, he was like, everything we doing with that
Oklahoma City needs to get off the
was
shot.
probably like 2
It's up
days
a 3. Wallace misses.
checking me on what only put it in. That's different to the nigga too. Like,
Castle with it. Defended by Mitchell. Basket good.
for real,
Castle
right?
has got 8
So
points.
that's but I forgot to tell my
The rookie Castle flashing his potential.
And so Mark
So we're on
Dagnall
the beach.
calls a
Just
timeout.
everybody there.
He's ready to talk things through with
Well,
him.
say something to Tupac. Tupac like, yeah, we make the talk for this, brother. And Correct like, nigga, what? They back and forth, and then nigga Tupac touch with Correct.
And a new group is ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams comes in for Casey Wallace. Dort, he's checked in for Isaiah Joe. And Gilgeous Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. So San Antonio,
People tell me,
Wembanyama is checked in for
shit,
Luke
that
Cornell.
nigga
Olin comes in for Barnes. Johnson
Hey,
is
what y'all
checked in
niggas
for
putting on
Stephon
for? What's
Castle.
wrong,
And
Friday?
it's Fox in for Harper.
And
And
then
that
niggas
one's
start
good.
laughing at
SGA.
oh,
He must have visualized this one because
15
everything
years
is
ago,
about
I just got back from my infamous South Africa. I came to the punchline to cheer myself up.
Oklahoma
It's the
City
same
leading by
place where I
9.
can tell some jokes. And
Green by
I find
Hartenstein.
out that this comedian I know, Chris Tucker, and all these Rush Hour movies. Find out that Chris is in San Francisco too, some charity event.
Johnson
So I call him, I saw you at some charity event. I said, I'm doing a show at the punchline. Why don't you come by the club after
Too easy for the big man.
Is that cool?
But what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
For 3, Williams. Spurs
Bring
trail
the
by
front
9.
one. I gotta show up to the front.
Inside.
Sitting in the dressing room is
Wembanyama
Gavin's
passes to
Kamala
Fox.
Harris.
That one
He's sitting
goes.
next to
Count
Curtis.
it.
Oh, boy.
Fox has got 10 points.
Nice work inside
Sort
from
of
the
weird.
smaller
It's
five.
Chris
So
Tucker,
cunning and
Auburn,
crafty
Chris
around the
Tucker.
rim.
At some point, Kamala Harris
Fox
says,
against Gilgeous
a friend of
Alexander.
mine is
Gilgeous
announcing
Alexander
his
muscles it
candidacy
in.
for
He
president
is
tomorrow.
just
It's
so
Kamala's day.
tough to guard. He can fake
I
you
mean,
one way and then
Barack
use that
Obama.
beautiful spin to just blow by.
Back to Fox.
No
No good on the 3.
He created the opening, he got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss was just on him.
We know about Holmgren's exceptional play defensively, but Tim, talk about his offensive game.
Well, he's incredibly versatile, Kevin. He can score down low. He can handle the basketball, shoots the 3, and I'm not talking about standstill shots. He has the mobility to even come off screens.
And then the last thing I say is, you know what? I said, Sarah, I really do believe you can do this. Like, man, I'm wishing you luck. Now.
And he makes the first. Tim, you once led the NBA in three-point percentage. And in my mind's eye, I can see almost every shot. You were terrific shooting the long ball.
Well, Kevin, I don't want to show my age, but do you know, after 4 years of high school and 2 years of college, I finally had a three-point line going into my junior year, and I'm just glad I had a three-point line for my entire NBA career.
Yeah, it's a tough transition to make to stretch out and go those extra couple feet.
No doubt. I was not ready to make NBA level threes when I first came out of college. A year overseas really helped me gain strength, and finally I found my rhythm in the NBA.
Now,
But I knew what I was doing. I got
from Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
Just feeding the open man. Nice recognition there from Vassell.
And Gilgeous Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
But Obama was
Played by as many as 14 points.
This is last year. He was like, oh, really?
Fox with it. George covering.
Turns around. They got
The bounce pass.
see. And then see so
Wembanyama screen for Johnson. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
When Johnson's feeling it from
he's
range,
like,
he
bro,
can be
going in. And I'll never forget this. It's still in my head.
Mitchell outside. Hartenstein with it. He's got 6.
And I had
From deep, Gilgeous
urgent
Alexander.
messages from Jay-Z.
not
Calm
sure
me
why
down.
he keeps trying his luck
I was
to
in
be here. It's
Russia.
just not.
I don't know if y'all remember when like one of the reporters tried to kiss me, and I slapped him, right?
He's looking for Wembanyama. And
So
finds him.
I'm in my room, and I had 10 urgent
A
messages.
shot
from
that
Jay-Z.
time, not
I'm
on
like,
target.
it
Great
was like Jay
teammate
don't
time
think
from
it was like
Hartenstein.
calm me down. Exclamation
Here's
point.
Holmgren.
Oh, but Jay don't do that.
By
So
Holmgren.
I thought, yo, what's up?
And attacking
He sounds
Holmgren,
weird.
making
What's up?
excellent use
What's
of
up?
that height and
Yo,
touch.
what's happening?
For 3, Vassell. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got his defensive rebound. Hartenstein passes to George. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
Johnson outside. Back to Fox.
You know, we talked about it after. It was like it was
Finds
such
Wembanyama.
a breath of fresh air to
Outside. Fox. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Thunder leading by 9. And it's George off the drive.
Diana Walker threw that right in the middle of the prayer and just thought,
Well there.
I'm going to play with your bride, man. I didn't school his wife because ex-wife and she got mad.
And it's off from three-point range.
You're not going to play Richard. You didn't spank this ass.
It's to Holmgren. Now here's SGA. Nice move. Gilgeous-Alexander goes up and puts it down.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they
none of his friends got up there and talked about it.
And so it's Oklahoma City looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage.
And George
Back to
Lopez
the
went on
action
stage.
in just a minute.
He didn't know it. He wasn't even in the casket. The casket was shut. We all in there crying. He done burnt him up somewhere. Diana Ross just stood up right in the middle of the prayer and just started. I swear to God, I'm not poor. Hey, I can't tell you a lot. She just started singing like, oh. She had a big ass hat with a net on her skin. I get on the stage, right?
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast.
Down,
and it's
been
been an
on for 2-3
outstanding
nights.
first half for the
They
Oklahoma
think
City
I'm
Thunder.
crying for Richard, but I'm crying because I've been.
I love how they kept the ball moving. Make the defense
His kids
play
are sitting there crying, man.
Musical chairs.
So,
I think
so
you
when I
mean
seen his kids
hot potato
crying, I
because
start
they're
crying. Because it just made, I'm
that
like,
deep.
damn, that's their dad. The lady told me that night, you're not ready
And
to
looking
play
at where
Richard.
the Thunder stand in the series,
The
the conference finals. Big fella, do you expect these teams to pull out all
I
the
get to my
stops?
room and I'm literally like putting a key card in my room.
No minute
Next door swing
restrictions.
over.
Let the stars shine tonight.
You have to leave it all out there. Even if
Me
you're
and Max
banged
went
up,
to
find a way
Toronto,
to get it
Canada.
done.
He was
The
shooting a movie
competition
into
level
room for
on
Steven
the
Seagal or
rise.
whatever, and we were up there. And I'm talking about they was treating
That is
DMX
more than
like the
enough of
mayor
us.
of Canada.
Let's send you
Like,
back to
we
the
went to
game.
the
Kevin
club one
Harlan and
night,
crew
and,
with the second
it's
half.
my first time really in a club, but you know, like, I was playing a different level than X because, you know, X love to play pool. So, like, everybody was surrounding him, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm a part of the entourage. They took me upstairs and had me just on a little vibe or whatever. So, I ended up meeting a little chick, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm in there. It's time for everybody to go, you know, they following out
the
with
Western Conference Finals.
So, you know what I'm saying?
You
Come
know,
with me.
Shea
We was staying at
Gilgeous-Alexander
the
has
Southern
been
Place
exceptional
Hotel.
here tonight,
You
guys.
know, when you get to the hotel, the artist goes up first with the security and the entourage waiting, you know what I'm saying? Let him get settled.
Well, this
X was
team
in his
has
room
trusted
already.
him with
Like,
this
I might have
level
waited
of
like 15 minutes.
responsibility,
Like, I
and
might
it's easy
have
to
smoked a
see why.
cigarette, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get to my room and I'm literally like putting a key card in my room.
The
And
Thunder
nigga,
leading by
X door
13.
swing over. He like, yo, shit.
Here's to Holmgren.
He like,
Now
what?
Hartenstein. Defended by Wembanyama. And that
Now,
one
mind you,
is
we
good
met
from
these
Hartenstein.
at the club.
Offensively,
They should never been to
defensively,
his room. They never been to the hotel or nothing.
And they
And
just
she was
keep
like,
building out this
I
lead
did.
with each made
She
basket.
made a
Their
big
confidence increases.
So they worry about it. Yeah, they need to do it.
Here's
Took my first.
Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got his 7th rebound here
It was
tonight.
just all such a very weird moment for me to be in this place.
He gets
I
that
don't
one.
think I was supposed to be here.
Williams has got his second basket of the
Los
night.
Angeles, I was working on a new project with these girls, and one day we decided to go out to a club.
Well, it's nice to
And
get a layup
was
that
when
can
I
get
met
your
Tupac
offense flowing.
at Hollywood Athletic Club.
is a solid passer.
Actually, he was with Dredge, who I was already familiar
They're
with.
ready to let it go.
Then she gets me the front.
Holmgren with a screen on Castle.
Tupac told me he was a big fan.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Fox. And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the move and the basket. SGA has the defense shook.
Spurs working the ball around now. Williams with the steal.
On his record, he didn't tell me to do it. Tupac
Here's
had told me.
Holmgren. And the jump by Holmgren.
Sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being
What is the name of the 190 Benz in
smart basketball
GTA?
defensively, turning into easy points.
Fox. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Spurs trail by 19. Here's Vassell. SGA with the rebound. The Thunder have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall, 80% since the break. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. Back from outside. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Dort wide open. Nailed from three-point land. Dort's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You have to love the confidence. Dort not shy about firing off the dribble.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.